Here I am on my third attempt to take a video of my completed personal journal. So my first attempt, I wound up managing to stick my leg in the picture, and my second attempt got interrupted by the telephone. I'm just going to check to make sure I don't have my leg in the picture again. Was my very first junk journal that I ever made. It's a personal journal made from a hard book that I bought, a hardcover book I bought in the thrift shop for 50 cents. I took it apart and then covered the outside with an old pair of my husband's work pants. There's some crests that were on my daughter's jeans when she was little. I made the mistake of using a cord to tie it shut, and I overstuffed the journal, put too many pages in, took some pages out, and meanwhile the button that I had used on here actually burst. So I changed it and made the closure with an old belt. Still not ideal, but better. So I predominantly used tourism magazines and brochures to make this journal. I don't know that it was the best paper choice, but it was cheap. Also some scrapbooking paper. So I did a belly band at the front and back just for an added space to add more things. As a holder, I'll probably add a few more things into this journal as I go. I used paint chips on this page just to make a title. We have a lot of girls that live with us, and they often give us cards, different things. They're in and out. Some of them are short term, some of them long term. We have boys that live with us too. Just depends. This was a Christmas card one of the girls gave me, and I really liked it. I thought it was really cute. Two of the girls were here just for a short time. They did hand-drawn cards for me, and I thought that was cute. So I saved those. For my first journal, I did sew in envelopes. Now, I realized pretty quick that I don't really like sewing in envelopes. I don't really use them, so not really my favorite. So my current journal has no envelopes sewn in at all. I use them a different way. In here is a doll. This is a paper doll from Japan, and I've had this since probably sometime in the 1980s, and I just really like it. I've had it for years. Another little thank you card in the envelope. Hello Kitty is very big in Japan, so I have quite a bit of Hello Kitty labels. And this little piece of paper is from Japan. It's from a green tea flavored Kit Kat. So also from Japan, I have a paper doll for Hinamatsuri, which is a Girls' Day in March. They have a Girls' Day and a Boys' Day. Now that background is origami paper. And again, I even have, yes, tin foil with Hello Kitty printed on it. They just love their Hello Kitty. They brought me lots of Hello Kitty. One of the girls brought me Fujisan chocolate, and it came in a little volcano-shaped box. It was really cute. It's chocolate that's grown on the sides of Mount Fuji, and even the little label that tells you the flavors has little volcanoes on it. It's really cute. So I had that sitting in a drawer, just loved it. And the background here is a tourism brochure from Japan. One of the parents brought me some chocolates. I'm pretty sure that one came, well, it's from Tokyo. I'm not sure exactly who got it. I have a list of students here with names and dates. I'm just covering that up because a lot of them are still minors and have their last names. Made a little booklet of visits, put people's names in, just different little things cards, little Nutella thing, because European girls love Nutella. A little origami I was doing with one girl. That's from Silk. Just different things that I came across. So this here is actually a bag from some silk that was brought to me. And inside I put the card. So the card is how to care for the silk. Interestingly, all the titles of the paragraphs are in English, but the text is completely in Chinese, so I can't read a word of it. Of course, I do still have the silk, but I kept the box and the instruction. I thought they were really interesting. This one was just from a bag of potato chips, and they're from Taiwan. They have some very interesting imagery in different things, and I thought it was kind of funny because there's potato twists with a cherub with a magic wand sprinkling fairy dust on the potato twist. So a lot of the packages have some pretty funky different pictures. This was just another list of students because we have more names. I'm not going to open that. A little tag in the back here made from a magazine. Lots of stamps from Germany on this page. This is a Canadian picture with German stamps on the back. I think I have another tag in here with German stamps. I think Angelina's grandmother sent over this straw heart when she was here on Christmas a few years ago. I think that's where it came from. It's probably from Germany. More things from China. This was snacks. The girls liked bobbleheads, so I stuck a picture of a Captain America bobblehead in. Hot packs from China. That's for sore muscles. And these are European candies from Switzerland, but with the Asian packaging. And the Asian flavors tend to be a little bit different. There was quite a few of these lollipops left, so I gave them to the neighbor's kids. Another thing from Asia. This is a bear drooling on a bowl of instant noodles. I thought that was kind of fun. And one of the girls made me a Happy Mother's Day picture, which I kept. Another brocade, silk brocade from China. That was the bag it came in. Another thank you card, just some packaging that different kids had. One's from, I think she passed through England on the way here. That's a Chinese breakfast food. Actually, it's pretty good. This set here is from China, and the embassy actually brought all of the girls a little care package because they're Chinese citizens that were staying with us when COVID first broke out. And these were just some of the little cartoons that were in the book about, staying safe. Some of the girls sent me letters from via their school, and I just made this little envelope with some origami paper. So I have their letters in there. I really like fancy soap, so everybody's always giving me soap. And this one was fun. It was from Japan. These are just some. These were all local soaps. So as I come across them, I stick them in. This card was given to me by a lady who she needed something, and I had a spare. I said, "Oh, here, just take it." I didn't think anything of it. And she gave me a thank you card and a couple other things. But she was the artist who actually drew the picture, so I really liked that. Stuck it in. This is just a Snoopy and Charlie Brown Peanuts cartoon. It was raining so much in June, I did some artwork about rain. And I was trying out some watercolor paint set. This is all about coffee because we don't really drink that much coffee, but people are always giving us coffee cards. So I put all the different used up coffee cards in. And this was from David's Tea, which has closed all its stores due to COVID and has gone straight to online, but I used to go there once in a while. This is a tourism brochure that folds out. Now, I would never put these tourism brochures in a book again. Let's make sure this is all in the frame. Oh, calculate yourself should help. it's just way too bulky. But they're kind of fun because they do open out. So there's different things like this. Is a postcard I picked up somewhere. Flips open. Snoopy cartoon. And this flips open, and then inside here is more paper that I wrote on. Little journaling cards down here. You can see it all just comes out. There's another tag here. Snoopy up here on a tag. Bookmark someone gave me. A friend of mine emailed over some this when it was during the shutdown. I really liked it, so I stuck it in. Again, another Snoopy picture on just a little card underneath the soup label. More stuff in here. And our neighbor brought over a pie. And she's the local pie lady. I'll get my knees in this. She sells pies, and everybody loves her pies. So she brought over a pie, and I thought this tasted normal during the shutdown because she was still baking pies for the neighbors and things. And just another little Snoopy, another little journaling card in there. So lots of fun. On this side, I put a picture from a magazine. Of course, you can see it. And just did a I Love BC on it because BC is a fun place to live, even though right now everything kind of sucks, but it's still a fun place to live. This side I had done just some things about Girl Guides and put on some little, I got that little charm from camp I went to, just little things from camps. There's a little journaling card under there, another one under there. And then on the opposite side, I was digging around in a drawer. My mother-in-law had painted this picture. She's quite well known on the East Coast, and she'd taken a photocopy of the picture. And I've had this kicking around in a drawer for 20 years. So I'll stick it in my journal. What the heck? Girl Guides. That was a piece of Nova Scotia tartan from a card. And then here, this one is kind of fun. At Easter time, the kids that were living with us, they didn't celebrate Easter and they just weren't interested, but they loved cupcakes. So I made cupcakes and stuck pipe cleaner chicks on their cupcakes. Well, they got chocolate icing all over the pipe cleaner chicks, and I tried to wash it off. I found out that pipe cleaner chick, when it's wet, goes flat. So I called it pipe cleaner roadkill and laminated it. So what do you get when you put chocolate icing on a pipe cleaner chick and try to wash it off? Roadkill. It was pretty bad. Just a pocket with a tag here with some cats on it, because I do like cats. I did some bullet journaling style. So I have lots of different styles in here. All different things. This was when I was working out in the greenhouse. I used all of seed packets and just put plain paper on the back and made journaling space out of them. Even the label off one of the boxes. I had bought Greg a new weather vane for Christmas, and he put it up this spring. He complained constantly about the existing weather vane. We had a cherub on the roof when we moved in, and after 4 years listening to, I don't like that cherub, I bought him a ship. So we now have a ship-shaped weather vane, and it's up on the roof. Large journaling card. This is really cute. It's a little mouse, and then when you open it up, there's a little kitty cat pop-up. I was just trying out different tutorials and things I saw online. How do you know whether you like things or not if you don't try them out? I had seen somebody do a dress out of tissue paper, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. Well, I wound up with a blob. Didn't look like a dress. So I turned the whole thing into fabric on a clothesline. Did a cluster, and I found about myself, I don't really care for clusters that much, but I would do it for somebody else, but not really for me. Just some origami paper, folded into an envelope, and these are just little There's all little cards down in here with inspirational quotes on them. Just, trying to keep the clouds at bay when in the land of COVID. This is a bookmark. This company is actually out of business now, but I just love the artwork on this bookmark, so I kept it. This was an architectural magazine. One of the things about living in a tourist area, there's magazines and brochures everywhere, piles of it. You never have a shortage of paper. So I cut this picture from the magazine, and I cut these butterflies from another magazine. I believe that was a sail. They were talking about making sails for sailboats. And this opens, drawing space, and then this opens, and there's more journaling space with a piece of an artist's picture out of a magazine. So just different ways of using magazines and things. This card I'd had for years. This is actually from a vineyard that's just really close to where we live. And it's actually an apple orchard, and they make wine from apples. So we go over there quite often. I asked the lady at the vineyard if I could have one of their labels, and she gave me a label, and then they actually had a magazine article written about them, and this is from the magazine. So this is the actual picture of the orchard in summertime, so I thought it was really cool. It's also my husband's favorite place to go. Vancouver Island edibles. I really like this picture, and also I'm a big believer in buying from the local farms. This was just idea I got from Pinterest, and I really like the blue fairy in Tchaikovsky's in one of the ballets. There was a Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, I loved the blue fairy, so I did blue. This was a tutorial I saw online. I just made a folder. Just trying out some different tutorials. This was another tutorial I saw. Used a lot of seed packets and stuff. Cut up a cartoon I found in a magazine, and I changed it to me and Greg. So why can't you admit you like to garden? And I just like to eat, and that's usually him. Mr. I don't like to garden. He was out there checking the peas every couple days after we planted them. I was like, oh no, I don't like to garden. No, I just can't wait for the peas to come up. Anyway, just some pictures out of magazines that I altered. So these are actually quite heavily altered. There's a little frog in here. I don't know if you can see it. And there's butterflies and cats and pictures and different things added to each of the pictures. I collect tea. A big tea collector. So people are always bringing me tea. So this one is actually a Christmas tea from Germany. No, Germany, but I came via Switzerland. So it came from Switzerland, but it's a German style tea. Japan, there's a tea bag in here from China. It's a tag. I made a little band tag here just for journaling space. More tea. This one's from China. A couple from Japan under here. This one's from Italy. And they do like herbal tea made from mountain flowers. I was over at Country Bee Honey Farm with one of the girls. Wanted to go over to the honey farm, so we went over to look around. Another tea. This one's matcha from Japan. This card I found somewhere or other, and it's from an artist from Salt Spring Island. So I really like that. So I put that in for journaling space. More tea. This one's green tea from China. Ones that aren't in English, I'll tell you what they are. Lots and lots of tea. More tea stuff. A few other things. I put in some clear pages. I do like having clear pages to put things on, because sometimes you want to see both sides. Bookmarks from, I believe, Japan. that was Karen. Not sure. This one actually came from China, but had English writing on it. One of the girls bought this. I couldn't drink it because I was allergic to it. Another tea label thing under here, made into a little journaling space. Then I was having a day when it was just so gray and raining last spring. I really wanted something pink. So I did a pink glue book. I call it the pink up check because it's really pink. But it was fun and lots of pink. And it's cheerful. More tea items. This is actually a picture of a bamboo forest, because if you are making matcha in a traditional way, you use bamboo tools. And then I really like this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt: "A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water." Oh, that's really cool. Two bookmarks I've had for years. They were kicking around in a drawer. They're based on a Ukrainian poem, so it's on clear, so you can read the poetry on the back. More tea items. Again, from China. That was a white tea. I think this one's from Japan. That one is from England, but it's a cardamom tea, which is actually typical of the Middle East. This card in the back is from the Northwest Territories, so from an artist up there. I was experimenting with some fabric and made this piece. Also experimenting with paper and dyes, and I was just messing around. Over here I have a bunch of stuff about Year of the Rat, because it's been an odd year, not just because of COVID, but just an odd year. That all sorts of odd things have happened. So I just put a bunch of things in about 2020. I haven't quite finished that one yet, because of course 2020 isn't finished. And put another little card in there. Butterfly glue book page, because I like butterflies, and why not? And then I painted a little picture of a door to say the end. So this is my very first personal journal. Beginner mistakes I made. Too many pages, had to take some out, and then the book got a bit wiggly. I should have made a lot larger book. Found out that I like to glue things in, and I would never use these trifold tourism brochures again. And also I found some of the brochure paper that was really hard and really shiny really didn't take glue very well, and that was, I think, my major mistakes that I made. But yeah, just a journal, had fun with it, still having fun with it, still adding things here and there. I will be making a video of my next journal, which turned into such a monster I had to take it apart and remake it into 2 books instead of 1. But have a great day. Hope you liked my video.